Good morning, Rise and Shine. It is very humid out there and kind of misty in some areas, so just be aware of that. Of course, we're going to be checking in with Justin to see what the rain chances may be coming into the weekend.
Live from KSAT 12, Good Morning San Antonio starts right now.
Sure does. Good morning, everybody. It is 6 a.m. on your Wednesday, May 8th.
Thanks for joining us. We hope you've had a good week so far, and maybe an early start with the sprinkles on the road and with the traffic troubles we're seeing on the TransGuide problems.
Yeah, 100% based on what we've seen over the last hour or so. Give yourself a few extra minutes. Justin is pulling double duty today, traffic and weather, so he's the busiest guy in the building right now.
Yeah.
I don't know about that. You guys are staying busy too. But you know, one thing about it is you're right about the drizzle and the mist. We've got that out there, so that's going to make for some slick conditions, as you guys pointed out, so be careful. Temperatures are going to be another big story this afternoon. We'll be up around 93 here in San Antonio. That's going to feel hotter than that because of all the humidity we have in place. 98 Pearsall, 103 Carrizo Springs, 94 in Kerrville today. These are the air temperatures. But then, yes, you've got to factor in the humidity, and this is what it will feel like, 99 this afternoon. And as I just said a little bit earlier, this is one of those days that can kind of sneak up on you. You know, we're used to the summertime heat once we get into the summer, but in May, we're not quite there yet. So if you're going to be working outdoors today or working out in the yard, take it easy. This is the kind of heat that will catch up to you quickly. Weather headlines. So yes, the heat index will be 100 plus, not only today, but I think again tomorrow too. So we got 2 more hot days before we finally get some relief. Cold front comes through. With that cold front, there's a small window for some storms tomorrow. We'll watch for that, but I think the bigger story will be the cooler weather. It finally brings a change to us Friday through the weekend. And on top of that, we got some more rain chances by Saturday into Sunday. We'll talk more about that here in just a few minutes. But let's switch gears and talk traffic now. Steph and Mark alluded to it. There is a crash there on 281 at the quarry. And I think what we're looking at there is it's a jackknife trailer, a truck carrying one of those trailers. And you can see it's taken up several lanes there. They're working to get this cleared. But the way it looks to me is you're only getting 1 lane by there. And this is northbound 281. This is the camera at the quarry, but this is at that Jones-Maltzberger exit. So this is going to start to cause some backups. Already has, as we look at the map, and we'll zoom in a little bit closer. Where you see that red color, that means traffic is just crawling along. And we're seeing that stretch back now to Bassey Road. And as you know, that area right there, there's not a lot of exits once traffic backs up past Bassey Road, so this could really stack up quickly. That is something you want to be aware of this morning. We've also got what looks like a stalled truck or some sort of incident that's taking up a lane there along I-35 at 410 as well, and this has caused major backups there this morning on top of construction. So those are the 2 incidents we have out there right now. We'll keep an eye out on if anything else pops up. Guys.
Thank you, Justin. Seeing a few new this morning, investigators are hoping you can help them track down the suspect involved in the deadly shooting of a teenage boy. Police tell a 16-year-old Humberto Perales and a friend were walking on a West Side street back in October of 2022 when the passenger in a red Dodge Charger got out of the vehicle with a rifle and shot at the 2 boys. Perales was hit and died at the hospital. Call Crime Stoppers if you have any information. That number is 210-224-STOP.
Now to an active silver alert from the Houston area. The Harris County Sheriff's Office is searching for 73-year-old Richard Greer. Authorities tell us that he's 5'10", 190 pounds, and was wearing a blue checkered shirt and blue jeans with no shoes. Greer vanished last night around 10 p.m. in Friendswood near Houston. He was driving a green 2002 Mercedes S-Class with Texas license plate CRR 8644. So if you have any information, you are asked to call the number on your screen right now, and that's 713-755-7427.
A 42-year-old man now in jail after San Antonio police say he shot a teenager last week. Victor Castro Aponte is facing 2 charges in connection with that incident. Aggravated assault with a deadly weapon and failure to identify to a peace officer happened around noon last Wednesday at the intersection of San Pedro and Oblate on the north side. Now, police say Castro Aponte got into a fight with that 19-year-old when he drove away, then came back with a gun, and they say he shot the teenager in the back. The teen suffered non-life-threatening injuries. Castro Aponte ran off and was arrested Saturday. Records show he will appear in court early next month.
San Antonio police have tracked down an armored truck that was robbed yesterday afternoon. However, they are still looking for a third suspect in that case. The truck was robbed on Walsham Road around 1 p.m. and police tracked down the man and woman suspected in that robbery to a neighborhood in Schertz a few hours later. The truck and the money were recovered. However, a third suspect who helped is still out there. If you know anything about that suspect, you are asked to call the San Antonio Police Department.
Bexar County Sheriff's deputies are looking for the rightful owners of all the stuff you're about to see here. Initially, a BCSO official said deputies followed a tracker on a stolen generator when they stumbled upon a lot of other stolen items. The stuff was behind a home on Campsite Road in the southern part of the county. Deputies detained 2 people, but it's unclear if they're accused of stealing all those items. In your morning headlines, the government's push to potentially ban TikTok in the U.S. has hit a new roadblock. As ABC's Andrea Fujii tells us, it's not the first time the company who owns it has filed a lawsuit in America.
This morning, TikTok fighting back, suing the government over a potential U.S. ban.
TikTok is suing the United States government over the ban. And can I just say, on behalf of all of us, thank you. Thank you. Someone had to do it.
The social media platform and its Chinese parent company, ByteDance, claim the proposed ban is unconstitutional and bars every American from participating in a unique online community with more than 1 billion people worldwide. President Biden signed a law last month that would ban TikTok unless it's sold to a non-Chinese buyer in 9 to 12 months. Congressional leaders and the FBI have warned China's government may be able to use TikTok to control software on its 170 million users' devices.
And they said, we want you to put out videos that make Americans fight with each other or spread conspiracy theories and get them at each other's throat. ByteDance can't go to Chinese court and fight the Communist Party. They would have to do it.
That's my understanding.
But TikTok denies any security risk.
I have seen no evidence that the Chinese government has access to that data.
The new lawsuit also argues selling the app so quickly would not be feasible due to what would be its huge price tag and the sophisticated code and algorithm that underpins the app. Google's former CEO, who once considered buying TikTok, says the app should not be banned.
My own view of TikTok is that TikTok is not really social media, it's really television. And that you can regulate television by the equivalent of the equal time rule, but somehow we're not having that conversation.
But a new poll finds most Americans, 53%, support banning TikTok if it's not sold. This is not the first time ByteDance has filed a lawsuit in the U.S. It sued the state of Montana last year because of a similar ban, and a federal judge ruled in favor of TikTok and blocked the law. Andrea Fujii, ABC News, New York.
In other headlines this morning, Michigan's governor is declaring a state of emergency due to severe weather that hit that area. Multiple tornadoes touched down, ripping apart buildings, leaving tens of thousands without power. Tornadoes were also spotted overnight in parts of Indiana and Ohio. The same storm system already spawned at least 19 tornadoes across the plains, killing 1 person in Oklahoma.
We are getting more information about a shipment of ammunition from the U.S. to Israel that was paused last week. That shipment includes 1,800 bombs weighing 2,000 pounds and 1,700 bombs weighing 500 pounds. Now, according to a U.S. official, it was withheld over concerns about their potential use in a Rafah incursion. The official said the devastating impact of the 2,000-pound bombs is the biggest concern, especially on a densely populated area. Israeli leaders have warned for weeks that an invasion of Rafah will occur at some point in the future, where more than 1 million civilians are sheltering. The U.S. and others have publicly stated that such a ground operation should not happen.
Back here at home, KSAT made the change to next-gen TV this week, and we know some people are still trying to figure it all out. We've been taking calls for days, helping people make the change, and our phone bank continues today at noon.
In the meantime, if you need help, you can visit help.ksat.com. You can also scan the QR code. It will take you to a section of our website dedicated to all you need to know about our next-gen TV switch.
609, 76 degrees.
The teens can have a tough time adjusting once they age out of the foster care system. After the break, how one Texas organization is trying to change that and how you can help.
Outside with live cam, summer rules apply today. If you're going to be outdoors, especially in the mid to late afternoon hours, you're going to want to hydrate and wear sunscreen. Lots of humidity and extreme heat index later today.
Well, welcome back. It is 6:13. Foster care and support technically ends when the child turns 18.
That's right. And if the child chooses not to extend care and doesn't have a mentor or program to continue helping them, they could be vulnerable to dangerous situations.
However, the care for these young people doesn't have to end at 18. Our Courtney Friedman shows us a young woman's example of how aging out can sometimes be a launch pad to success.
I wanted to do it on my own, but I wasn't really capable of it. I needed the help.
19-year-old Elizabeth bounced around the foster care system since she was 2 and aged out over a year ago.
In our minds, it's like, what can get worse from here? We've been through the most. We've made it through that. So, we got it from here.
Is that a dangerous mindset, though, for some people?
I think it is, but I think it's the only mindset we know growing up.
They end up homeless at a homeless shelter, possibly trafficked, and just really struggling on that next phase of their life if they don't have the supports in place that they need.
Sherelle Herber is the program director of specialty at foster care organization SJRC Texas and its placement wing called Belong. Her team starts educating foster kids as young as 14 about their options when they age out, which includes a list of programs.
And we're working on them with transportation, budgeting, communication, relationship building, making sure that we have healthy relationships, making those good decisions.
Basic adult life skills many foster kids never get to learn. Elizabeth knew her options and decided to do extended foster care, which supports her up to 21 years old. It funds 4 years of college and sometimes housing with the supervised independent living program.
The extended care program I'm in requires you to work and go to school.
She's going to St. Philip's to eventually become a NICU nurse, and she works at a daycare. She wants younger foster kids to know that could be them too.
There's nothing they can't do. We've been through the most and we made it here.
Courtney Friedman, KSAT 12 News.
If you are interested in fostering to adopt or just want to ask questions about it, on May 14th, we'll be hosting a phone bank with SJRC Texas and Belong. That phone bank will be from noon to 7 p.m. We'll have more on that coming up in our later newscast as we get closer to May 14th.
Yes, and right now it's 6:15 and still problems on 281 at the quarry. We're going to get a quick check back with Justin.
Yeah, we're still seeing that. It looks like a jackknifed trailer there along 281. This is at the Jones Multiparker exit northbound. You can see the responders there are working on getting that cleaned up.
It's like a flatbed trailer on the far right, getting ready to, I don't know if they're going to unhitch and pull the trailer up or what there, but looks like they're making some progress.
I think you're right. They usually get these cleaned up pretty quickly. They make fast work of this stuff, but one lane getting by there, and what I can tell you is that it is definitely stacking up. So when we showed you this earlier, the red was only back maybe half a mile or so. Now we're starting to see stack ups all the way back to Hildebrand if you're going northbound on 281. The problem in that area is there are no exits. If you've driven through there, so you're kind of just stuck. But they are, again, making quick work of that, and they should get it cleaned up here quickly. We also still have that incident where we're down to one lane there along 35, where it meets up with 410, and that's still causing some backups too, and that's already an area that is congested anyway, so not so fun on I-35. Usually isn't this time of morning, but that's even worse this morning. On top of everything else, we've got some fog and drizzle out there, so that's adding insult to injury. We'll see a little bit of that this morning, and then we're going to get into that heat that we've been talking about last couple of days. So let's look at the visibility. Down to about a mile, Bernie Stage, a mile and a quarter, Kerrville, mile and 3/4 here in Hondo. We've seen visibility come down a little bit at the airport. It's down to 3 miles. That's still okay, but if it goes any lower, you may start to see some visibility issues here across the city. New Braunfels also starting to see that number drop just a little bit. Low-hanging clouds, really, and we've seen some drizzle, sprinkles here and there, and that's been commonplace over the last week or so. Today is no different. 75. Relative humidity is at 100%. 76 in New Braunfels, 77 Pleasanton, 72 Bernie. Warm, humid morning. That will turn into a very hot and humid afternoon. We're forecasting 93 here in San Antonio. That equates, though, to a 99-degree heat index, at least at the peak during the afternoon. Tomorrow, 95. That'll feel like 100. We've got a couple of hot days here before relief arrives. Frontal boundary comes through late Thursday night, early Friday morning, and this does wonders for our forecast because we're down to 83 Friday and no heat index. 79 on Saturday. That sounds fantastic. and 80 on Sunday. Not only that, we got some rain chances mixed in there too. So it does get better. Well, let's look at the forecast here. We've had a dry line that gets a little bit closer to San Antonio this afternoon. Dry lines typically aren't good at creating storms, so we're not too worried about any storms popping up along this boundary, but it will be drier to the west, humid to the east. We stay on the humid side of things here in San Antonio, which is why that heat index is such a problem. As we get into tomorrow morning, the dry line retreats back to the west, and then we start to watch our frontal boundary sliding south. Now, Thursday afternoon, we're going to keep an eye out for a stray storm or two along this boundary. Computer models continue to create 1 or 2 storms. I don't think there'll be much. I think the window's pretty small, but if we were to get some storms, they could be strong to severe. There's going to be a lot of energy in the atmosphere tomorrow. And then with that front, there are some ingredients there to help create a storm. So we're going to keep it a 20% chance tomorrow. But as that front comes through late tomorrow night into Friday morning, here comes the cooler, drier air, and it's just what the doctor ordered. Severe weather risk on Thursday. The Storm Protection Center does have us in a isolated to scattered risk for some strong storms along that front. So again, we'll be watching that. But the bigger risk is going to be up along I-35, Austin up to Dallas, Fort Worth. Again, that's tomorrow, not today. And along that front, there will be more storms across the southeast as well. Then in its wake, we've got the cooler air Friday, maybe a couple showers out west. I don't think we see much here in San Antonio on Friday, but Saturday, a couple showers start to creep in, and by Mother's Day, we'll actually have a better chance for rain. I know that's not ideal timing. If you're going to be taking mom to lunch or whatever your plans are, know that you may want to take an umbrella with you because there will be some showers and storms around. Right now, we've got that pegged as about a 30% chance of rain. So 20% tomorrow. Front comes through. We're down into the 80s on Friday. 70s on Saturday with a small chance of rain. And that 30% chance for Mother's Day with a high of 80.
So what do you think, Steph?
80?
You okay with that?
I'm okay with that. I mean, there's some cloud cover there. At least it's not like burning hot.
Right, that's
okay
true.
with rain.
Yeah.
Because we ordered in advance because we care.
Oh, thank you. Thanks so much.
Right now it's 6:20, 76 degrees.
Well, just ahead, an alternative to weight loss medication is being called a potential game changer. That's next in your GMA First Look.
With wet AMD, I worry I'm not only losing my sight, but my time to enjoy it. But now, I can open up my world with Vabysmo. Vabysmo is the first FDA-approved treatment for people with wet AMD that improves vision and delivers a chance for up to 4 months between treatments, so I can do more of what I love. Vabysmo works differently. It's the only treatment designed to block 2 causes of wet AMD.
Vabysmo is an eye injection. Don't take it if you have an infection, active eye swelling, or are allergic to it. Treatments like Vabysmo can cause an eye infection or retinal detachment. Vabysmo may cause a temporary increase in eye pressure after receiving the injection. There is an uncommon risk of heart attack or stroke associated with blood clots. Severe swelling of blood vessels in the eye can occur. Most common eye side effects were cataract and broken blood vessels.
Open up your world with Vabysmo.
A chance for up to 4 months between treatments with Vabysmo. Ask your doctor.
In this morning's GMA First Look, an exclusive look at a potentially groundbreaking new alternative to weight loss medication.
For patients who might be afraid of surgery, this may be more acceptable.
It's called endoscopic ablation. Dr. McGowan says in a limited study of 10 patients that it has resulted in decreased appetite and weight loss. Brooke Nelson is one of the first to have undergone this trial. She says the results have been nothing short of remarkable.
I want to eat more nutrient-dense foods, and I feel like it definitely jump-started with the procedure.
Nelson losing 26 pounds over 6 months. Dr. McGowan says the results of the study indicate, on average, patients reduce their overall weight by 7%. And we'll have much more on this potential weight loss game changer coming up at 7 a.m. With your GMA First Look, I'm Ariel Reshef, ABC News, New York.
Welcome back. It is 6:24, 6:25 now. The organizers of the Austin City Limits Music Festival have a star-studded lineup for 2024. And first, the headliners include Dua Lipa, Tyler, the Creator, Chris Stapleton, Blink-182, Sturgill Simpson, Pretty Lights, and Leon Bridges.
Other artists set to perform include Norah Jones, Tyla, Orville Peck, Teddy Swims and Renee Rapp from 2024's Mean Girls. The iconic festival takes place over 2 weekends. Weekend 1 will be October 4th through 6th, and weekend 2 will be October 11th through the 13th. Tickets are on sale now.
And right now on KSAT.com, Elmo and friends will visit downtown San Antonio for the new live show Sesame Street Live, Say Hello. 2 performances are planned for September 20th and 21st at the Majestic Theater. Sesame Street says that guests can sing and dance along, and tickets go on sale on Friday.
The inaugural San Antonio Art Music Festival is heading to downtown this summer. Organizers said the Sam Fest will include over 100 art vendors, live music from 2 stages, live mural painting, 5 food trucks, comedians, and more. This event is planned for June 15th at the Cavender Cadillac Showroom lot on Broadway. You can find more information in the Things to Do section of our website at KSAT.com.
A lot to do around town.
Yeah.
Time now 6:26 and 76 degrees for now.
The morning commute has not been great so far in different parts of town. Here's another live look at one of our trouble spots. Northeast side, northbound 35 right there at 410. It's been stop and go all morning long, and it looks like right now it's at a stop. If you're just now waking up, we're waiting for the sun to come up. It's in progress right now. Lots of humidity. It's kind of warm. You can tell we're already at 76 degrees out there. And we have seen some drizzle around the metro area this morning. So just be alert.
Yes, be aware. Also, a big traffic mess on I-35 and 410. We're going to tell you about that in a minute. Right now, it's 6:30, Wednesday, May 8th.
RJ is on assignment today, so Justin is pulling double duty, traffic and weather. And where would you like to begin, sir?
Well, we're going to start with the pollen count, and mold is still a problem. They're moderate, so this is no surprise here. We've had so much humidity and just, drizzle and stuff in the mornings that this has pushed the mold number to be in the moderate to high category for several days now. This is yesterday's number, so we'll get a new one in here pretty soon. But if you're walking out the door this morning, just assume that molds are going to be a problem if it's something that bugs you. You can see visibility is down in a lot of spots. We're seeing some fog, some drizzle, some mist, all that fun stuff. And Bernie Stage is down to a mile and a half in Kerrville, mile and a half in Castroville. Most of San Antonio is still doing okay at the moment. And look, we've been stuck in a pattern here. It's too early to be stuck in this summer light pattern. We need some changes, and we're going to get some. Coming to us tomorrow evening into Friday. But in the meantime, heat is going to be a big story. So 93 degrees today, but it's going to feel like it's close to 100 by this afternoon. And look at these numbers out west. 103 Del Rio, 105 in Laredo today. Goodness, that's going to be one of the hottest spots in the country. And that is, again, out ahead of that cold front. So we'll get another hot, humid day tomorrow. And then here comes our front. And that is the cool down, and also brings lower humidity levels by Friday and Saturday. And we got some rain chances too. So it's all good news. We're going to show you that complete forecast coming up in just a couple minutes. Let's switch gears now and talk traffic, because it has not been a great morning on the roads. We still have that incident at 281, but I want to show you once again what's going on at I-35 and Loop 410. So they've had a truck there, what looks like a stalled truck there in the right-hand lane. But right as we're showing you this, it looks like they're getting that moved out of the way. That's great news. For folks traveling there along I-35. Yes, clearing as we speak. Good timing here. So that should help things pick up a little bit, but as you know, there's construction in that area. It's still going to be slow going. So let's look at the maps here. And that one issue that we had is, again, clearing out. It looks like we're not, let me see if I can get us over to the maps here real quick. Give me a second. Here we go. That issue there along 410 is still causing backups, or 35, where 410 meets up with 35. Still causing some backups there on the northbound lane. And then 281, that's where we have our other crash that is involved a trailer. They're trying to get that cleaned up, but it's still working on that. And you know what? It looks like that crash just cleared as we speak too. Wow. 2 and 1. This is great. So expect that the traffic will start to pick up there along 281 as well, guys.
Thank you, Justin. New this morning, the Bexar County Sheriff's Office says they need your help to find a man who took off his ankle monitor. So BCSO says 35-year-old Richard Lopez is wanted for a full list of charges, including attempted sexual assault and aggravated assault with a deadly weapon. BCSO says Lopez could be using, quote, various aliases. So if you know where Lopez could be, you are asked to call the Sheriff's Office. That number is 210-335-6000. And remember, you can remain anonymous.
Happening today in court, the murder trial for Rogelio Mujica begins later this morning. According to an arrest warrant, he's accused of fatally shooting Annette Juarez on March 2nd back in 2019 while she sat in the passenger side of her car. Investigators say the vehicle was found abandoned on Highway 90 on the west side by a passerby. Juarez's body was still inside. This is video from the scene. The two had an on and off relationship, and Mujica had a history of family violence. If found guilty, he faces up to life in prison.
A former BCSO lieutenant that lost her job after she posted selfies outside of the U.S. Capitol during the January 6th riot just won a $395,000 settlement with the county. Now that comes nearly 18 months after Roxanne Maitai filed a federal lawsuit accusing the county and Sheriff Javier Salazar of violating her First Amendment rights. She was fired for violating department rules that includes conduct unbecoming of an officer and failing to report crimes. We did ask Sheriff Javier Salazar for a statement on the settlement, and he says that he still stands by the department's actions.
This morning, San Antonio police are still trying to figure out why two people were shot and killed in the parking lot of the Park North Shopping Center.
As police piece together what actually happened, John Paul Barajas checked to see if the area is a trouble spot for crime.
In the early hours of Sunday morning, police and homicide investigators swarmed the Park North Shopping Center after two men in their 20s were shot and killed.
It's really scary. It makes me more afraid, just in general, to be out and about anywhere.
Police haven't shared many details about the case, but they tell us they are investigating it as a capital murder. People who visit the area often say they're surprised about what happened.
It usually feels pretty safe, yeah. Like, I think it's just pretty busy around here, and sometimes there's all different kinds of crowds that roll through here.
Thing is, in the last few weeks, people have called 911 complaining about violent incidents there. Things like shootings, fights, assaults, and disturbances.
There's
And when we look back at all the times people called SAPD to the area in the last year, we notice numerous and a wide-ranging amount of incidents.
Look at the list and how long it goes down.
Wow. I didn't know that.
Since June of 2023, there have been 27 calls for disturbances, 21 for car burglaries, 15 for assaults, 15 for fights or fights involving guns, and 9 for shootings. But keep in mind, some calls might have been for the same issues.
It leaves me to think I need to take more responsibility for making sure that my things are secure, making sure that my people I care about, and that I'm secure.
We asked SAPD if Park North is an area of concern. This time, we're still waiting to hear back. John Paul Barajas, KSAT 12 News.
In other news this morning, 9 people died after a massive fentanyl outbreak in Austin last week. And now, Austin police have arrested 5 people they say were responsible. The arrested suspects are charged with either possession or delivery of crack cocaine, which also tested positive for fentanyl. The arrest warrant states APD responded over 70 calls for opioid overdoses in a 72-hour period last week. All 5 suspects are expected to appear in court later this month.
And looking ahead, you may have to pay more money if you don't conserve as much water as the San Antonio water system wants you to this summer. San Antonio is under stage 2 water restrictions, and that means people here can only use their sprinkler systems once a week. However, SAW says the current restrictions aren't working, so it's thinking about increasing penalties for people who keep violating drought restrictions, and it may tell everyone to pull back to watering just twice a month.
Meanwhile, ERCOT is issuing a weather watch for today as the heat turns up. The agency, which monitors the Texas power grid, issued the watch because it expects higher demand and potential for lower reserves. However, at the same time, ERCOT also said grid conditions are expected to be more or less normal. You can look at the grid conditions in real time on ERCOT's website.
Well, in case you missed it last night, KSAT Explains did a deep dive into tipping, and you've seen those screens at checkout. The cashier flips it around and gives you tip options, and here's why that's sometimes confusing or maybe even a little frustrating.
There are some opportunities that we don't need to tip, but we're often asked if we want to tip.
So what do? We break down advice on when you should tip and when to ignore that pressure. The full episode is available right now on our website at KSAT.com.
My good friend Diane Gottsman there. Nice to see her in the building. Well, KSAT made the change to Next Gen TV this week, and we know some people are still trying to figure it all out. We've been taking calls to help people make the change, and our phone bank continues later today, starting at noon.
In the meantime, if you need help, you can visit help.ksat.com. You can also scan that QR code on your screen right now. It will take you to a section of our website dedicated to all you need to know about our Next Gen TV switch.
6:39, 76 degrees.
Well, still ahead, it's one of those if it's too good to be true, it probably is kind of stories. Why you need to be on the lookout for some counterfeit doses of Botox that are flooding our local communities.
6:42, good morning and welcome back. An alert for people who use injections to remove wrinkles from the face.
Well, watch out for counterfeit doses that are flooding communities across the nation, including Texas. The Center for Disease Control sent a warning about the harmful reaction that is linked to fake Botox.
Patty Santos is right there with a look at some of the questions consumers should be asking. Good morning again.
Hey, good morning. And this is really for people that are using what's called backroom Botox, or in other words, clinics that are not certified. Some patients are coming down with botulism-like illnesses, and this is people experiencing muscle paralysis. Now, the Center for Disease Control says the bad batch of counterfeit Botox has hit 11 states with 22 cases, including Tennessee, Texas, and Colorado. Dr. Antoine Fries with UT Health San Antonio says there are federal and state regulations for clinicians that administer cosmetic procedures. Now, he says the majority of legitimate offices are safe. So the warning, he says, is for those folks who are trying to find cheaper services in makeshift clinics, and it's not just women looking for this service.
Certainly, a lot of men have Botox for the same reason, and it not only reduces, as I say, dynamic wrinkles, but it also has effects on the position of the eyebrows, for example, to lighten the face and make people look less tired and less angry, and people like that effect.
Now, here's some of the more extreme symptoms that those who use fake injections might see: blurred or double vision, difficulty swallowing, dry mouth, constipation, weakness of breath, or shortness of breath. The CDC says these are similar symptoms to botulism, which can be fatal. It's a fatal attack to the nervous system. Now, most patients were women between 25 to 59 years old. And again, this is for those folks that are using these basically shady clinics. And by the way, Mark, the men who use this Botox, it's called Brotox. So just so you have a name for it.
Okay.
We'll send it back to you guys.
All right, something to consider.
Yeah.
I don't need it yet.
Sure.
But it's nice to have options.
Uh-huh.
Just not the shady
Feel comfortable.
ones. Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
6:45 right now.
Well, looking at the TransGuide cameras, it looks better, but I'm going to go ahead and check in with Justin. Is that a true shot there at 35 at Loop 410?
Does look better. I have a smile on my face, and it's not because of Botox. Because it's the traffic is clearing up, and 35 at 410. So what happened after they cleared that stalled truck? They had to clear out some construction barrels, so they had to stop traffic for a little bit longer after that. But now we're starting to see things pick up, and this is great for Interstate 35 commuters. So we still are reporting an incident there at 281, although I think that one is getting cleared up too. You see the backups here around Windcrest, but this is improving, and I think you're going to see speeds really pick up here soon. And 35 looks a lot better than it has previous mornings. There's a look at 281. I do believe that crash is cleared, but there are still some residual backups. Basically, as you get down towards Hildebrand, this should improve as well. So both of those incidents getting better. Now let's talk temperatures. It's going to be hot today. That is for sure. We're going to see those temperatures jump up into the 90s later this afternoon. So that's going to start to become the big story after some fog and drizzle this morning, which, by the way, may be causing some of these traffic issues.
Gotcha. There's a reminder. Mother's Day is Sunday, so it's still days away, but it's never too early to start celebrating your mom, and that goes for us here at KSAT too.
We want to see your Mother's Day pictures. You can send them to KSAT Connect right now. We've got an article on how to do that on our website, or you can just scan this QR code and go straight to the article. And happy early Mother's Day to moms out there. If you haven't made your brunch or lunch or dinner reservations, you need to jump on that. It's already Wednesday morning.
Yeah, you still have time to do something.
Yes, looking at you, Justin.
Yes.
So I did it yesterday.
Ah.
Yes. I thought that would be enough time. It's not.
Oh, it's not.
I looked at Open Table. Like all the reservations were just for like 2 p.m.
Really?
Yeah.
You know, lunch and dinner were already snatched up. But that's okay. I got some reservations at 2 p.m. We'll be fine.
You can get creative. Yeah,
It'll be great.
yeah, that's fine.
But here's the thing about Mother's Day is that it's going to be cooler and it's going to be somewhat damp. I think we have a chance for some showers and a few storms. It doesn't mean it's going to be rainy all day, but just be prepared for a little bit of rain. 93 today, that's where we're going to end up. It's going to be a very hot afternoon. 96 in Castroville, 98 in Uvalde. So what's going to happen today is we're going to have a dry line sweep east. Doesn't make it all the way to San Antonio, so we stay in the humid air. So the 93 is going to feel more like 99. But if you're watching from out west, 98 Uvalde, 96 Hondo, that's where the air is going to be a little bit drier. It'll be more of a dry heat. Regardless, it's hot anywhere you go, whether you're hot and humid or hot and dry. It's not going to feel so nice outside. And as we get into tomorrow, well, we're going to do it all again. And I think it could even be a little bit warmer tomorrow. We have a front coming through, but it waits until the evening hours. So that means temperatures will have time to climb back up into the mid-90s and triple digits again out west, 100 in Uvalde tomorrow. So it's today and tomorrow that the heat really is a problem. And as I said, the heat index could be up around 99 by this afternoon. Don't let this sneak up on you. I mean, it is May, where you haven't seen temperatures like this in a long while. So if you're going to spend a lot of time outside, or maybe you're going for that afternoon run, Steph, take it easy and drink plenty of water. Right now, we've got 75 degrees, some drizzle coming down at the airport. You see the dew point and temperature are the same. When you see that, that's fog, that's drizzle, and we've certainly got it. South-southeasterly winds at about 5 miles per hour. Here's that dry line I was talking about today. Doesn't really create any storms or anything like that. But it just, separates the dry air from the humid air. Now, as we get into tomorrow, that dry line comes back into our area. We also have a frontal boundary sinking south. So in theory, we could get a couple storms along this boundary. If we do, I think there is a risk for them to become strong to severe. So this is something we'll have to watch tomorrow evening. It's just that the overall odds of seeing storms are low. But if one were to get going, then severe weather seems like it would be a real possibility just because the atmosphere is set up for that. Front comes through, and then by Friday morning, we're in the cooler, drier air. It'll feel a lot better on Friday and the weekend, as I said. The risk for severe weather tomorrow, again, this is tomorrow afternoon and evening, is highest up along I-35 Austin and Dallas-Fort Worth. But we are on the tail end of this, and with that front in place, as I said, there is a small risk for some severe weather. Meantime, as we get into Friday, we're in the cooler air, maybe a couple showers, but I think on Saturday, we'll see a little better chance for rain, and then rain chances will peak as we get into Sunday, yes, Mother's Day, with some showers and a few storms around. So just, if you do have lunch plans, keep the umbrella with you. Extended forecast. We've talked about the heat lasts our next couple days, and then there's the cool down. 83 Friday, 79 on Saturday. That sounds real nice. 80 on Sunday. And then we're back into the mid-80s by next week.
Does sound real nice.
Yes. I like how you put the flowers there on Sunday.
Don't forget the flowers and cards, too.
All that stuff.
Yes.
Thank you, Justin. 10 till right now, 76 degrees.
We got there with live cam. Yeah, for now, humid and kind of drizzly in some parts here and there. But 76, I'll take that over triple digits any day. We'll be right back.
We'll take everything that just showed there in the animation. Don't forget to get your tickets for our first ever Texas Eats Food Festival.
So that's happening on this Saturday, May 11th at Smoke Barbecue. So 20 local chefs will be out there offering samples of their food, and it all benefits the San Antonio Food Bank. Go ahead and scan that QR code on your screen right now for tickets, or you can go to texaseatstv.com for more information.
If you are already going this Saturday, here are some of the options for parking near Smoke Barbecue. There are 4 parking lots, 1 parking garage in their area, all for $10 or less during the event. You can find the full list of parking options and locations on KSAT.com.
Well, coming up today on GMSA at 9, David Elder will be joining us live from Southerly for another preview of what to expect at the Texas Eats Food Festival. So they're just one of several local restaurants that will be out there, and they're going to share what food item they're going to be serving. So last week we got a preview of the Jerk Shack and Max and Louie's New York Diner. So tune in for more previews of what to expect, and don't forget to get your tickets for the food festival that's happening on Saturday.
I love all the places he's been to, including today, but I haven't been to Jerk Shack yet. I've still got to check that one out.
Well, now you kind of know what it's going to look like. You just need to try it out.
Exactly.
All right, time now 6:55. Oh, let's get a check back at Highway 90 in Minneote Creek there, Justin.
Yeah, honestly, Steph, it looks worse than it is. Actually, traffic's moving okay. It's just hazy and kind of foggy. So that's I wanted to highlight that because we are seeing some fog, especially on the west side. But honestly, the good news, those two incidents we had earlier have cleared, and traffic is moving pretty good in most spots. So this is an improvement. We do have a couple stalls here and there. That wreck along 281, that crash along 281 has cleared, and we're starting to see some slowdowns where we would typically see them along 410, say near Bandera, your normal spots. But as far as any big crashes or anything like that, knock on wood, doing good at this moment. Okay, switching over to weather very quickly. We're expecting temperatures to be up into the 80s this afternoon by noontime, in fact, and then this afternoon, low 90s, 93 at 5 o'clock, partly cloudy and humid, so that means heat index values will be up near 100 today and tomorrow. We'll watch for a stray storm tomorrow afternoon as a front comes through late, and that brings the relief we've been waiting for. 83 Friday, 79 Saturday. There are some chances of rain mixed in there, 20% Saturday, 30% on Sunday.
Wow, that's going to feel like fall compared to like today.
Yes, much better.
All right, thanks, Justin. Thanks for joining us.
Good Morning America is next.